enter into the satsang in Bhagavad Gita, 5th chapter, Sannyasa Yoga, 16th verse.
ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम्
ज्ञानेन तु तत् अज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषाम् आदित्यवत् ज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परम्. The translation. On the other hand, they whose ignorance of the essential nature is destroyed by the consciousness thereafter illumine and manifest the sacred knowledge like the sun. On the other hand, they whose ignorance of the essential nature is destroyed by the consciousness thereafter illumine and manifest the sacred knowledge like the sun. Nothing compared to Krishna to be a orator. If it is Shiva's words, I have to add at least 2 words extra or reduce few words. Shiva's language is a very common man's language. Of course, mass can understand, common person can understand. That's the speciality of Shiva. Great philosophies he will express in common man's language. Krishna, even a simple instruction, he will sing in poetry. Even a very simple thing, he will say it in such a sophisticated way that the king's language training, which he went through, you can see in every line, every word he utters. After all, he was trained in Gurukul, polished, prepared to be a king. So naturally his language, body language, lifestyle, skills, everything is of kings. You can see very clearly how beautifully he puts the whole thing. On the other hand, they whose ignorance of the essential nature is destroyed by the consciousness thereafter illumine and manifest the sacred knowledge like the sun. One of the best entertainment time pass I have is just read the Gita verses, nothing else. I won't even get into the explanation, stories and all that. Just Sanskrit verse and English translation. I tell you guys, Gita is not just philosophical book. It's a very powerful entrainment. The sacred secret you need to know from this verse is you don't need to gain knowledge. You don't need to gain enlightenment. Please understand, it is there like a sun. It is shining always. All you need to do is work on removing the ignorance. The biggest problem is, please understand, this one small understanding shifts the way you put your efforts. If you think knowledge needs to be gained, you will continuously spend your time only in reading, accumulating knowledge. No. That is why yesterday when somebody asked, what is the importance of knowledge in the spiritual path? It's like a reading menu card. That's it. See, once you have the basic principles explained to you, now your effort has to be only in the line of destroying the ignorance, not gaining knowledge. The enormous amount of literatures produced, in course of time, the gaining knowledge itself takes 200 years. And People forget gaining knowledge is not achieving enlightenment. It is like a menu card. Knowledge is like a menu card. You can't go without reading it. And you can't be just sitting and reading it. Once you read it, plan to eat. You need to have the book. It's not that you will scramble around. It is not that you can do without menu card. But continuously reading the menu card is not going to work. Jnanena tu tat ajnanam esham nashitamatmanaha tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. Bhagavan is very clear. Prakashayati tatparam. It just illumines like the sun. So understand this example. Sun covered by the cloud. Now the cloud needs to be dispelled. But ordinary way you understand knowledge as you have to make 1 kilogram gold, then 2 kilogram gold, 3 kilogram gold, 4 kilogram gold. You have to acquire, accumulate. Unfortunately, ordinary human mind understands achieving enlightenment as in this line. 1 kilogram gold, 2 kilogram gold, 3 kilogram gold. Then there will be one time you will have all the gold in the world. You will be the owner. Then you are enlightened. No. That is not. It is like you are a sun shining. Cloud is covered. Destroy the cloud and you will shine again. Understand the big difference between these two examples. The attitude with which you start is going to play a major role in your journey. Please understand. It is very important. The attitude with which, the understanding with which you start your journey is very important in the success of your journey. Knowledge is not acquired like inch by inch. It's only the revelation, illumination, enlightenment. Just the clouds are destroyed, over. Whatever is shining as usual. The right attitude. I will call only this as knowledge, which you know. You are a sun covered by the cloud and the cloud needs to be dispersed and you need to shine. I will call only this as knowledge. Like a menu card. Reading the menu card, I tell you. Getting the taste of knowledge means just reading books and information is one of the worst addictions which can keep enlightenment away from you. I tell you, it is much worse addiction than alcohol, marijuana, anything, because in marijuana, alcohol and other addictions at one point you will realize, because whole world is against it, whole society is against it, at one time you will suspect you are doing something wrong. But reading books, whole world supports it. I tell you. Don't get addicted to reading books. Once in a while, Ramana Maharshi answers this problem very beautifully. He says, the ultimate is satsanga, means being with the truth, sat, in unclutched way. If you want maybe little time, you can spend with the master. Please understand, little time. You can spend in his physical presence. If that is also not available, at the most you can spend little time with his books. He says, after these three, no other option. He says, never ever your brother disciples are friends. Ramana Maharshi was very clean. No disciple-disciple relationship. Decide from now very clearly, never entertain the disciple-disciple relationship, the brother-disciple relationship. Never allow that to influence your life. If it is really pulling you towards the Master, making you reach towards the Master, then tolerate it. That's the right word I'll use. Tolerate it. Because the human mind is such, when he is in a high mood, he will talk high about the Master to you. You will be inspired and go near the Master. Tomorrow if he is in low mood, he himself will tell you, hey, I told you all that, but that and all is brainwashed things. He can take away the inspiration he gave, which is dangerous, which has happened many times I have seen. I don't think that is the complete truth. What I am saying now, I think this is much more proper. Then you are in a soup. Not even in vegetarian soup. You are in a non-vegetarian soup. There are 3 soups: vegetarian soup, non-vegetarian soup, non-vegetarian soup. It means the naan, in Tamil naan means eye. The eye is being cut and cooked. What I do in the inner awakening is a non-vegetarian soup. The eye is getting soup. So understand, you will neither be in vegetarian soup nor be in non-vegetarian soup. You will be in non-vegetarian soup. Means your body will be boiling. So be very, very choosy and careful with the disciple-disciple relationship. Jnanena tu tat ajnanam esham nashitamatmanaha tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. So understand, this verse is more like a GPS, showing you the right path, right route. Right GPS is very important for your journey. So please understand, in this beautiful verse, Bhagavan is showing you the attitude with which you need to work. If you are working with the attitude of accumulation, your actions will be different. You will be spending more and more time in receiving the information. But if you are working with the attitude of this dispersing the cloud, you will be working more and more with the practice, techniques, kriyas, meditation and unclutching. So the attitude is going to decide the practice you are going to choose. The practice you are going to choose will decide the result you are going to have it. Attitude is directly equated to the result. It directly affects the result. Jnanena tu tat ajnanam yesham nashitamatmanaha tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam.
जीवन मुक्ति Paramahamsa Nityananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nityananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nityanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga nivarakam Vande papa vinashaktam Nityanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka pradipakam Vande shantamayam bandham Nityanandaya swagatam.